Not pro you're going to see. Who read the 2015 December in Fisherman that came out, talked about 360 and that? Well, I've been running out of the local lakes here, so why don't we get going? And frugal can be pro. So we're going to go through beginner to advanced. Personal safety is key, mobility is next. We'll talk about shanties, ice fishing suits, layered clothing, food, and hydration.
With this little camera, when Warren and I were doing the WWA event and I was walking around, he was drilling holes. I was looking, and the bluegills, when we did spine bluegills, they were actually coming up to the lens and they were starting to peck at the lens like they felt at home, where if they saw another bigger camera, they swooped off. So having this is really good, and plus it's so compact. I mean, you could fit it in any of your bibs or anything like that.
Be anywhere in the lake. The bluegills and crappie will be in jail until a husky gets in there and chases them out. Same thing with a brush pile. Why fish an area that doesn't have fish? If you're Piper, Mr. Muskie, we know we got to get away from that hole for a while, or catch it and get them out of there. And then 15 to 20 minutes later, the bluegills will come back.
Most people have smartphones nowadays, Droids, iPhones, iOS, whatever you want to call it. There, you go in your app store and there's an app, you search Navionics. It's a one-time fee at $9.99, so $10. You click on it, you download it to your phone, you open it up. Let's say you want to fish Bussy Woods. You could search in Bussy Woods, it'll bring it up, you could zoom in and out, and it'll show you where the weeds are, and it'll show you the cribs. And if you find a crib, if somebody makes it or marks it, what you could do is highlight your cursor over, and you can make it where it gives you a GPS coordinate up on the top screen. Now, one bad thing about this Navionics app I like to say is a lot of people mark their favorite spot. They find a crib, they mark it. Well, they don't put it on their privacy settings, so anybody who has this Navionics app, now I know where they're fishing and what fish they caught out of that area. So that's the frugalest way you can get a GPS. The bad thing about it is in the code with these phones, it drains your battery. That's the only kicker to that.
Now, what Navionics has done with Lawrence is they have this community edit feature. Gain up, and it's going to shut out your vex lines. So that's why we all switched to Barco. Again, I don't know if the 28 has corrected that, but we'll find out this year.
I started fishing with more and more, and he's telling me fly reels, fly reels, fly reels. It is so much easier with a fly reel getting your jig down there than on a schoolie reel. You still can do it, but you can pull more line out, and it's easier to reel it in to get it up and out. I was introduced to him by a guy named Billy, and I was just strictly a live bait fisherman. I never would use plastics. I never thought plastics would work. It was a waste of money. So I said, what the heck? I tried them. I found out my 4 favorite colors that I personally have. One of them is silverfish. Anywhere I've gone with silverfish, I have caught fish on. Now, I had weed and I went to try different types of plastics, wedgies and whatever bugs. I'm with clam and ice armor. Everyone makes their own product. It comes down to the fact is I must have tried 10 different styles of wedgies, from Little Adam to custom jigs and spins. What I found personally is with Junior's jig tails, the Little Adams, the custom jigs and spins, I'd catch 2 fish and that tail was gone. One of his tails, I've caught 10 crappies on one tail. All I have to do is keep putting super glue on the hook, threading it on. There's a lake up north, if anyone wants to join me, called Banana Lake in Wakanda. The inland trout that they stock, they love those things. I've caught a limit on them on one tail. So I've tried, they do back up their word. It's definitely worth the money. And it's cheaper than live bait. Like I say, I've gone through different companies trying this guy's stuff, this one's. they all say that theirs is the best. And honestly speaking, without Ronnie and Jeannie even being here, I could say my go-to classic for wedgies is their junior jigtails, and I got hooked on their spider last winter, and I got some of the new jigglers to try out. So if you got,
you keep that tail horizontal. The other thing is, we notice you got to play with your knot placement after a fish bites it, because that will change. Now the lure will be at 30 degrees and 40. You've got, John's got here the Akara jigs. Akara is from Russia, and they're using military grade tungsten.
Oil and anisette to it all into one. So different types of scents and attractions do work differently on different lakes, but I noticed that warm oil, anisette, and that curl scent is the two top scents you want to use for panfish. Ask John when he's going to get them.
They look good.
Yeah, and they actually, Akara actually has spikes that look like real spikes. They got worms that look like real night crawlers and minnows. Here's a little introduction about me. I'm 35 years old. I'm originally from Fox Lake, Illinois on the chain. I moved down to Worth, Illinois. I've been fishing since I was 4 years old. I did tournaments. I took some time off because I started a family. Now I'm getting back into it with my partner Warren with the WWA. Anyways, there is the right way and the wrong way about fishing these lakes. A lot of people think that forest preserve lakes don't have big fish. They do. Right by Coon Island over here, there is a 15-foot hole right here. The crappies are usually always there.
Study that laser. Where?
Coon Island.
Where?
Try again, Frank.
Coon Island. I know where Coon Island is.
Right here is Bay Road. Usually you start to see a lot of guys parking off the side of the road, and they walk on. There's houses here. There's the bridge. You walk around here.